representing the Ibadan North Federal Constituency in the House of Assembly, Adewale Akinremi has assured Nigerians of the speedy passage of the 2024 Appropriation Bill submitted by President Bola Tinubu last week. Akinremi described the budget as well-detailed and realistic in a statement he signed. The lawmaker also insisted that the president didn't submit an empty box during the budget presentation last week and called on opposition parties to stop misleading Nigerians. He described what he tagged as allegation of the president submitting an empty box as childish and misrepresentation of facts. On the allegations by a member of the opposition, New Nigerian People's Party, Yusuf Galambi, who alleged on BBC Hausa last Friday that Tinubu wholly provided an empty document during his Wednesday budget presentation speech before the National Assembly. Akinremi said, yes, there is right to criticize the government, but deliberately misinforming the public in the name of criticism is wrong, and we must discourage that as leaders in order not to eat the polity. Meanwhile, the senator representing Kaduna South, Sunday Katung, has awarded scholarship to persons living with disabilities in his senatorial district. Katung announced this on the occasion of the 2023 International Day for Persons with Disabilities in Kafanchan, Jema's local government area of Kaduna State on Sunday. The senator picked other beneficiaries from each of the 8 local government areas that made up the senatorial district. He had recently given out scholarships to over 200 students of higher institutions from the 8 local government areas. Represented by the former Kaduna State Commissioner for Commerce, Mr. Edward Marshall, the senator reaffirmed his determination to ensure inclusiveness and integration of persons with disabilities in the senatorial district. Earlier, the chairman of the Southern Kaduna Association of Persons with Disabilities, Mr. Abila Ashi, thanked the senator for also ensuring that persons with disabilities were included in the list of those to benefit from the 3-month federal government's palliatives. In his keynote address, the executive director of Heart to Heart Inclusive Education Foundation, Salome Net, stressed that the road to achieving the CDSGs required the collective effort of every individual with and by persons with disabilities. She lamented the level of discrimination, stigmatization, and lack of accessible infrastructure, education, employment, and health as obstacles they encounter daily. In a remark, the Central Manager of Disability Affairs Central, Kafansha, Mr. Gideon Haruna, said people living with disability needed the support and care of all and sundry, even as he solicited the support and cooperation of well-meaning individuals to come to the head of the center, as most of their students are finding it difficult to succeed due to lack of facilities. Lastly, gunmen on Sunday kidnapped 2 landlords in the Asokoro extension area of the Federal Capital Territory. The gunmen are demanding 20 million naira ransom to release the victims. It was gathered that armed men pointed a gun at one of the landlords in the area whom they used to gain access to a victim. A resident of the area who simply identified himself as James said that the other victim was making his way into his house when he was whisked away by the armed men. He said it happened around 11 p.m. on Sunday. Because of the heat, one of the landlords slept outside. They saw him and pointed a gun to his head. They asked him to take him to his house and he showed them, but they were not satisfied with the kind of house he lives in. There were 2 other big houses next to his house, so they went with him and asked him to knock on the gate of one of the houses. When he knocked, as a well-known neighbor, the gate was opened for him. That was how they accessed the man's house and kidnapped him. The second landlord had issues with his car and came home with a motorcycle. He was about to enter his house when they attacked him and whisked him away. The Asokoro commander of the Vigilante Group of Nigeria, Mohammed Saidu, confirmed the incident, adding that effort was ongoing with the police to rescue the victims.